Do you think stores will ever be obsolete?
Oh, dude. That's an awesome question. The whole pandemic changed the way that stuff works.
It was already changing, this only made things worse.
Yeah. I don't want to say worse. I would
I
say
say
more.
worse because small businesses are dying.
Well, yeah, but I mean, when you talk about big shopping centers and stuff, it really just catalyzed e-commerce, the pandemic, I'm saying.
Yeah,
You know,
but
so
if Amazon gets their way, won't that be a monopoly? Won't they essentially control the world? If they have
uh
control, if there are no more stores and you are not like able to go out and buy something physically and you're at their mercy of ordering it on their website, don't they control you now? Because they could tell you no, and then
the
what?
short the short answer is absolutely. Like, bro, you have no idea how far-reaching Amazon truly is. I mean, just one way to think about it is the valuation of the goddamn company, man.
What about it?
It's enormous.
I mean, it deserves it.
Yeah, but I mean, Apple has been around for a very, very long time. Apple's been around for almost 50 years. Even more
Yeah,
than
but
50
the
years, I'd
iPhone only
wager.
came out in 2006.
Right. And I mean, it's just the fact that they've been able to develop a cult-like following with their products because their whole mission is to make the best product for the consumer, right? But Amazon is a little different. They want to essentially just enrich the consumer's life. And
That's one way to put it.
well, that is in a way what they're doing because they're trying to make the shopping experience better, easier, faster, whatever, and as convenient as possible. And I mean, you've heard of AWS, correct?
That's the database servers. No?
The cloud computing, yeah, they're
Yeah.
cloud computing services, and
Which
most of their
you
money
said you
comes from
told
that.
me that's where they make their most money
Yeah,
from that.
that's all their margins come from AWS. So the whole point is this company, dude, and I mean, first of all, let's not even talk about all the other things that they dipped their toes in. Like they bought Whole Foods a few years ago, for instance. They have competition within every market that you could possibly think of, like media, music, um,
Is nothing
healthcare.
sacred
They've
anymore,
started.
Pete? Is nothing sacred anymore?
I don't think so, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like all these big companies, they've really tried to.
Own
We'll
everything?
say, yeah, I wouldn't say own everything, but they've really tried to kind of own everything.
Or not own, but be a part of every industry. Expand to everything.
Yeah. Yeah, that is really what it is. And I mean, all those big tech hearings with the monopolies and I mean, you heard about the four what's it called?
Giants.
Yeah,
Tech
the
giants.
four big tech giants. Have you heard the term FANG companies before?
What?
FANG. So Facebook, Apple, uh
Nvidia?
Netflix, Google, and oh yeah, Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, Google. It's
Okay.
like the big five of tech companies.
Okay.
Except like there are four outliers. Whereas Netflix, I guess they either do stuff clean or they're just not as big, or I don't know. I feel like Netflix is a huge company. But anyways, those companies they were shipped off to DC virtually. They had a bunch of
The
hearings, and they've
court
all had
hearing.
their own. Yeah, they've had their own individual hearings in front of senators and whatnot, or congressmen and congresswomen. I don't know, but all I know is that these companies focus on trying to make the quote unquote shopping experience or just human, I guess you could say human experience as low cost and low effort as possible. And because of that, they go into so many different avenues. It's crazy.
I mean, at least they fail a lot of the time, so that's good.
No, that is honestly the best way to keep them at bay is to make sure that they fail. Because like if they have too many successes, I would assume that that's probably leading to monopoly. I mean, a lot of people can say that they're monopolies right now, but truth be told, like Google, for instance, they do so much R&D and they fail so much at so many initiatives and projects. That's like the only reason that they're probably on good terms. I don't even want to say on good terms, but on like whatever terms.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, but I do know video games a little bit. And Amazon, I already told you, but Amazon and Google were trying to like make a stab at the video game market, and both of them failed miserably. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm getting the fireworks, I'm getting the champagne. I'm just like, yes, yes, this is it. Stay away from this. Is don't touch this, please. Just leave it alone.
I'm going to go on a limb as well right now and just throw out a complete conspiracy theory, but it's also like, you never know. It could be legit, but it's probably not. I don't know. It's just me extrapolating. But I feel like the reason that a lot of these companies, they're able to even stay afloat despite all these monopoly allegations and charges against them and whatnot, is because they try to funnel a lot of R&D, especially a company like Google and Facebook, into better, more, what's it called? Unbiased media and unbiased news.
That's a lie.
Stuff like that. No, the companies legitimately do that.
But that's a
like,
lie. They're not
what?
unbiased.
No. They're funding research into creating like a tool that can unbias news and media. So like a little web crawler that could go through articles and detect bias, for instance, to keep news as unfettered and unfiltered as possible.
Find the news article that is unbiased, Pete.
That's my point. So their research was to try to create a tool that can take these articles and make them unbiased,
which will never happen. And here's the thing, Pete. Let's assume we're in fantasy world where that's possible. Who controls that again? They do.
Well, yeah. So that you see, it's a beautiful feedback cycle, right? It's like the company funds a lot of puts a lot of funding into this type of research because they want to maintain a good relationship with the politicians who want to push their agenda through the media. Then the media is sending its articles to the company, and the company is giving the new unbiased news to the people, and the people select the politicians, and it's just a big, nice little circle of everybody gets to quote unquote believe what they want, but in reality, it's
so tragic. Like that America,
conspiracy 101.
The
baby.
difference between modern day America and 1960s Soviet Union is just getting smaller and smaller.
Welcome to consumerism.
It's not consumerism per se. It's just like you said, it's the feedback loop of the politicians fund the media. So who gives the people the information? The media. And who funds the media? The politicians.
I mean, it's a really interesting. I don't know if I can make the same exact claim as you. I'm just really like saying my observation, but it's an interesting thing when you see, despite like assuming you're correct, despite the fact that we have a drastically different society than a communist society from back then, a capitalist society that is, that it still tends toward the same, like it asymptotically, to use some math terms for you, tends toward the same destination.
Yeah, but this is only happening because of actually, why is this happening?
Maybe it's an inherent thing to human nature, man. Or maybe it's just the only way it could happen because of the way that we are built to progress.
No, but there's a difference. In communism, the policy was everyone is being treated the same. So it's not, where we're going is not per se the same in the sense that the way the people are treated. It's more so the way the politicians are, where once the politicians get power, they stay there and they never leave. That's kind of where I think it's going. Because if the media controls everything, Like, who is it? Dorsey? What's his name? Charles Dorsey?
Jack Dorsey. Jack Dorsey for Twitter.
He literally went to court and they asked him, hey, do you think social media has any influence on people during the election? And he said no. That's a lie. That's just a lie and a half. That's a lie in 3/4. That's just not a true statement in any way you look at it.
That is a lie in 3/4.
It's just not true because, like, just like from a logical standpoint, it's like you have a platform where people can promote stuff. So they can promote who you want to support. You can promote who you want to support. You can literally ban people you don't like because it's in your rules of terms and services. So you have that power, and he just lied. And I don't think Facebook or those other groups like Google went to court for something similar, but I guarantee to some degree they follow the same suit, that they can influence it when they feel like it.
I mean, yeah, those companies definitely can influence it. I also like to think that a person like Jack Dorsey in his position, to avoid his company going to complete shit, it's not really a lie, but he has to maintain this completely quote unquote unbiased view.
No,
of
I get it. Like, because it's a company after all. Like, if I was the owner of a company, I can't just go to court and be like, yeah, my company is garbage and it sucks, and yeah, we are scumbags.
Or
like,
my company is
that.
the reason that I'm affecting all these elections.
Yeah, you can't really say that unless you want to clear your conscience and go to jail for it, but most people don't really follow that route. Can't imagine why.